So what was your take on that one? Obviously the penalties were hard, especially early.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you start the game, with a 4-minute minor, 10 seconds in. They score on the power play, and then one goes off our own skate into the net. You're down 2-0. I don't know how many minutes into the game. That's a big hole in this rink. So self-inflicted the one. The other one's kind of unlucky. Having said that, I thought we pushed hard in the second to try and climb back in the game. Hellebuck made some saves. We get one there. Maybe the momentum shifts, but that was the game.
Clearly, don't need you to tell us what you need to do to solve the problem. But when your team is in a position where when the team's in a position where most of them trying to break out of their own zone is flipping it to center ice and trying to get out of that, what can be done to maybe get cleaner zone exits and more possession of the puck?
You thought that was our problem? Maybe you should apply for the coaching job.
I'm not trying to apply for the puck. Okay, how do you solve flipping the puck to center ice?
Next question. Go ahead. Next question. Any non-coaches in here? Hey, Leah.
Was that kind of the Connor Hellebuck you were expecting to face this series, and how much do you think that was him versus just maybe you guys?
No, he was good. He was really good. I think you can always make it more difficult on him, but he was really good. Yeah.
In the second period, you guys got a bit going on transition.
Yeah.
What fed into that? How did you guys get that going?
Well, we just pushed. We pushed hard in the second period to climb back in the game. So, it was transition, some forecheck, some power play chances. There was a bunch of little things there that created some good looks for us. So that's what, But we didn't get one. I think we get one maybe the momentum shifts.
We've talked a lot about penalties the last however many, 10, 15 games. We haven't really talked about the last 3 years. So
yeah.
How do you fix that? And is it something in your DNA that you can fix?
I mean, that's it. We can talk about it. We talk about it, but that's in our dressing room. They've got to grab the importance of that and realize it and fix it.
A good pushback from them, and it seems like that's the kind of game they put on the ice.
Yeah. I mean, they're obviously a great team, and coming in winning the first one, they're gonna come out hard game 2. I think probably could have done a little bit better job of matching that, but I mean it's a long series, and you're going to lose games, and it's all about how you come back and bounce back.
Mikko's been scoring with a lot of different players, but he's been in on pretty much every goal. So how do you spread that goal scoring throughout the lineup right now?
I mean, it's just we need everyone to pitch in. Can't just be Mikko scoring all those goals. We need everyone. It's so important, and I think that's what makes us such a great team is our depth and how we can get goals from everyone. So I mean that's definitely an important thing for us. It's I mean it's crucial to have everyone chipping in and pulling their weight.
What are you seeing on the penalties, and how do you guys address that as a group?
I mean I think just being smarter. I mean we've all played probably thousands of hockey games, and what's a penalty and what's not a penalty, and just try to not obviously leave any gray area on I guess giving the refs a chance to call something. I think just being smart with our sticks, checking with our legs. I mean it's tough to win games when you're in the box for a lot of it. So I think just be smarter with that overall.
You're going back home for game period 4. How are you feeling about this?
We feel good. I mean, we're a resilient group, and we have a lot of confidence in our game. And I think at this point in the playoffs, we have a pretty good idea of what we need to do each night to win. And so it's just a matter of going out there and putting our best game out there for game 3.
Obviously, you guys expected their pushback. It's a little bit like Colorado in Game 4. You're just going to have these kind of games.
Yeah, you get behind the 8 ball early. It's unfortunate. Another 4 minute. I guess it seems like it's happening a ton, and the guys aren't trying to do it, obviously. But something we got to. We're in the box a little too much this postseason, and it's really tough to get some momentum. And we had some good looks in that first power play. We weren't able to get one to go, and if we cut that in half, you never know how it goes. But yeah, they were better than us tonight. I mean, simple as that. I don't think it was a horrible effort from us. I think it was just not at the level it needs to be at, and guys were working and trying their best out there, trying to do the right things. But we didn't have enough tonight, and obviously when you get shut out, it doesn't feel good, and we don't want to have that. We're too good of a team to get shut out. He made some great saves. He's going to have games like that. He might be MVP of the league this year. So, but yeah, short memory, and get ready for game 3.
Especially because you guys do have the depth scoring. Is there confidence that you can start spreading it around a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think we had a crossbar and a post tonight. Those go in. Feeling a lot better. You just got to stick with it. I mean, I think in playoffs you just got to. It's short memory, whether you win or lose. You ride the wave when you win, and try and keep that emotion and that feel good going. And when you lose, you try and flush it right away, learn from it, and move on.
Would you say Hellebuck had a good game, or was it just not your best game on your side?
Oh, I thought he was good. I mean, made some huge saves in the second. We get one there or two there. It's a different game. So he was great. I also think it wasn't our best game, but we did enough to score some goals, and he made some big saves. So we know that's not our A game. It's not our best, but I think game 1 was solid, and we want to go back home and get ready for that. And it's a quick turnaround here. It's midnight right now pretty much, and we play at 3:30, and tomorrow, I guess. So feels funny to say that, but it's the way it is, and we'll get some rest tonight, go home, and get ready for game 3.
You guys have been so good after losses over the last couple of years in the playoffs. What allows for that, and how can you kind of draw on that going back home?
I think we're an even keel group, and we know what our best game looks like, and we'll get to it here.
You've had penalty issues the last 20 games. But the previous, 80, 90, 100, you've been one of the least penalized teams in the league. So how do you get back to that? Is it just getting a lead? Is that a big part of it?
I don't know. Maybe you're chasing the game. I think we're taking more penalties games we're chasing it. But I don't know. I have no explanation. I've never seen so many 4-minute high-sticking penalties in my life. And it's not guys doing, being undisciplined. It's just, tough plays. And, high-stick guys are trying to compete on the puck. And, maybe it's that added, ramp up of a playoff where you're, it's almost you're almost trying to do too much sometimes. I don't know. I can't put my finger on what it is, but we got to try and find a way to clean it up. And because we're a heck of a team 5-on-5, and they get that one in the power play. Even 4 minutes. I mean, they score with under a minute left in that, for just over a minute left or whatever it was in that first one. We get through that, we're fine. And they get kind of a chintzy one right after, and now you're chasing the game. And they're a heck of a team when they're up. So. Yeah, we want to stay out of the box more, and our power play's been solid, so we'll keep trying to draw penalties. We could have got a couple tonight on that, and our PK's done a hell of a job, but we've put too much duress on it.
Just a tough one. Obviously, you knew they were coming back with a lot of push. What did you see from them?
Yeah, like you said, exactly. We expected them to push hard. They came hard right from the beginning of the game. We were kind of chasing the game from there and just couldn't get one to go.
We've seen the penalties mix in here and everything. You guys have talked about it a lot. How do you reduce them?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. It's tough to start a game that way, and they capitalize. If we take too many penalties against these guys, they have a really good power play, and they're going to make us pay. So, yeah, they made us pay tonight. It's something that we've addressed, and something we got to work on.
You seem to activate a little bit more. Is that something you guys want to do to try and help the depth scoring and just add goals?
Yeah, just if we're chasing a game, tend to play a little more offensively and jump up when I can. It was just trying to get something going. It's a little easier to do that when you're chasing a game.
Yeah. It's a tough when Hellebuck seems to be on his game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's one of the top goalies in the league, and tonight he showed it.
You guys have given up the first goal, I believe, in 8 of your 9 playoff games. Is that just exhausting to have to kind of chase every game like that?
Definitely hurts a little bit. I mean, you never want to chase a game, but we have a good veteran group that we were able to stay calm in situations like that and fight our way back.
1-1 going home, are you satisfied?
I mean, we would have liked to get 2, obviously. But yeah, we have to look at the big picture. It's a long series. It's kind of what we expected against these guys. They're a good team. So, yeah, I mean, 2 would have been nice, but we got to look at the bright side, 1-1, and we're going back to our building.
For you personally, how much did last year help you in understanding the ups and downs of a long playoff run?
Helps a lot. I mean, once you go through some long runs, you understand kind of the ups and downs and how much they can weigh on you and how quickly you got to move on. I mean, it's unfortunate. We would have liked to obviously show up and have a better effort tonight, but we can't let it drag into next game.